When we were children, and some of you who are children will know this all too well, when we were children, one of the things our parents always seemed to say when someone had given us something was, "What do you say?" We needed that reminder for a while, but when we grew older and having heard it thousands of times, we instinctively learned to say thank you when someone did a kindness for us. We learned it early, and with any amount of luck, we remember it still. Thank you. It's such a simple thing. Even in its most abbreviated form, thanks, it makes an enormous difference. I was waiting at the deli counter in one of our local grocery stores, which rhymes with Nooks, and the woman at the counter was harried. You could just tell that she was at the end of her rope. The day had evidently been trying. Things might have gone wrong. People may have been gruff. The day may have been too long. But it was clear that the last thing she wanted to do was to deal with one more customer. And I was the customer that broke the camel's back. "How can I help you?" she grumbled. I asked her for the items I needed. I was intentional when I used the word please as I asked for my items. She seemed a little shocked. When she handed me my order, I looked at her name tag, called her by name, and said, "Thank you so much." She nearly melted. You are the first person to say thank you all day. Your mother must have taught you right. I smiled and assured her that she had. Be sure you get this. This story isn't about me. It's about a person, a fellow human being working a thankless job. It's a story about a person who is nearly invisible in her work. It's a story about how a simple word can make an enormous difference. It's not about me. It's about how we treat each other and the importance of simple thanksgiving and gratitude. When the letter to the Philippians was written, 2 words were included in a sentence that makes all the difference. Did you hear it when we read it again this morning? It would be easy to overlook. Here's the sentence. "Do not worry about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known to God." That's it. Right? Wrong. We're pretty good at thinking that all we need to do is to ask God for whatever we need or want. But that's not what the letter said. It said, "Do not worry about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." Rather than always asking God for more, the letter to the Philippians tells us to begin with thanksgiving before we get to making more requests. Simple words. With thanksgiving. Life-changing words. With thanksgiving. At the heart of our faith is the idea that God is with us, blessing us, providing for us, caring for us. Reject that idea, and you are rejecting the very understanding of God in the Judeo-Christian Islamic tradition. God is not distant and removed. God is not uninterested and indifferent. God is not blasé or unconcerned. God is compassionate, caring, and loving. God created a world that can provide for all who call it home if we are faithful stewards of creation. God created a world where all people have the intelligence and acumen to figure out how to live together in justice and peace. God has done everything for us that is imaginable. When you take all of that in, when you allow that to fill you, when you immerse yourself in the love and generous blessing, how would it be possible not to say thanks? Such a simple word, such power in 6 letters. I have enjoyed reading the graffiti boards on which many of you have written a word of thanks. They're wonderful items listed. Brothers and sisters being thankful for each other. Christmas is coming. People giving thanks for freedom. Remembrances of those who serve and protect. Then there are those who give thanks for this church. Some mention the welcome they have received. Some give thanks for healing and good health. Others are thankful for the wonder of creation and the beauty of the world. Some, and I suspect that these are among my younger friends, contributed that they are thankful for cats and turkey and farmers that have bats. These are all wonderful and bespeak an awareness of life and the world around that can teach us all. But one more jumped off the board at me. It's right over there. It says that for the first time ever, I know happiness. Wow. You want to talk about gratitude? There it is. You want a definition of Thanksgiving? Look no further. That made my day and my Thanksgiving. Inventory your life. Even in the midst of these troubling and frightening days, the evidence of God's love and provision are there. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have, and you will see God's fingerprints all over your life. And because what is good for the goose is good for the gander, here are a few of the things for which I will be giving thanks. I give thanks for a wonderful wife and for 3 amazing young women who put up with me. I give thanks for my second family, Robert, Laura, David, Jerusha, and Carolyn, who welcome with me the challenges of ministry in an ever-changing world. I give thanks for the servant leaders of this congregation who rise to every challenge with faith and courage. I give thanks for all those who give tirelessly of themselves to make this congregation a marvelous community. Choir members and musicians, teachers, committee members, children and young people. I give thanks for the new adventures in ministry, especially those that grow out of our partnership with the Jewish and Islamic communities. And I give thanks for all the saints who rest from their labors, by whose labors it is possible for us to be here today. That's just the short list. There's much, much more. I had a friend, gone now, who used to regularly say to me, "Thanks, until you're better paid." I used to laugh at that. Frankly, I always wondered what better paid might look like. But now I know that thanks, that simple word, was the greatest payment I could be offered. To know that someone thinks enough of you to say thank you. what could be better? And if we feel that way, imagine the joy it must bring to the heart of God. When we are grateful, when we say thanks, it is an affirmation of faith, a statement of what we believe. We are saying that who we are and what we have is a gift from God. Such a simple word, but what incredible power it has. Thanks for now and evermore. Amen.